What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I'm back with another reaction video. Now, this video is about Dallas singles mixer that took place, and once again, it was an epic fail. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you like the content, share and like the video, and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the video clip. Here we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Brandon's Boom Boom Room. I don't even know where to begin. I thought a lot of people was gonna pull up to the event. Long story short, not a lot of people came. Who did come? A lot of women. Crazy to say. Tonight's episode, fellas, this one's for you. First off, let me apologize to the ladies. I'm sorry. On behalf of my kind, I apologize. I'm gonna have to go to sleep and think about what type of footage I'm about to put out to y'all. Have y'all really see what the issue is. It's not just the community, it's us, the men. I'm disappointed in us. To all the fellas that follow me, to all the fellas that's gonna see this, you should have seen, I wish y'all could have seen the women's faces at the seat tonight. If you could have seen their faces and how disappointed they looked, that no men was up in that joint. Now let me back up something. There was it was a handful of us. You can count how many fellas was in there with two hands. It was at least about 10 of us, if that. I really wish I was lying. I really wish I was capping right now, but no lie, there was at least about 10 fellas up in there, and including me. I'm out here trying to defend this, fellas. I'm out here telling the ladies that we want them. That you already got them in my comments talking about we don't even want black women, and that's insane. They think we want white women or any other ethnic backgrounds except them. So I'm out here trying to defend this. So I don't know what to think no more.
Yeah, but you know, I think black women have created this mess. I really do. I think they've created the mess and they don't see how. You can't go around and demean a group of men and put them down and make it seem as if you're better than them, and still you want them to cater to you and chase after you and look at you in a high regard. That just doesn't make any sense. You got to think about yourself. If a man put you down, treated you badly, talked about you in a horrible way, said they didn't need you and they could go somewhere else or they could do, bad by themselves. If you keep pushing that, would you expect, would you believe or think that somebody should expect you to go and chase after this man and treat him like a king and give him all of you when he feels this way about you? No, just put yourselves in the position of the men and see how you would feel. And I think it's a delusional mindset. It's asinine to think that men is supposed to look over everything that has been said about them. Look over all of the unrealistic expectations that women have from men in this modern world and just ignore that and think that that's what you're supposed to be offering to these women when these women aren't even the traditional type of women that most men will want. And now, sure, we can argue that, hey, we'll never have that traditional timeline as our great grandmothers and grandmothers, where it was, solely the big mama in the house cooking, with her moo on and making biscuits and cleaning the house and all of that and tending to the kids while, Pawpaw go out to the railroads and work or whatever and paid the bills back in the day when he built his house himself. Of course, we can't expect that, type of traditionalism, but there should be some type of traditionalism there, especially when you're looking for a man to pay all the bills, to come in and provide 100% of the time. Then that means you would offer the other aspect of the relationship. That means you would offer the cooking, the cleaning, taking care of the kids, making sure the house is good, that you will be at home. A lot of women say they want that, but they really don't. They want a life of leisure. They don't want to be a traditional woman, but they still want the men to have these traditional values. And I just think that is where everything is falling apart. Women don't want to be traditional wives in the sense of the way traditional wives have been for years. They want to be able to be wives, able to possibly still work, still go out, have their trips, still have this lifestyle, but they want you to be able to afford it. And then the rest of the dynamics of the relationship, you have to figure it out. That's on you. She wants to be absolved of all of the responsibilities of any kind. She wants you to fully take care of it all as the provider and the protector. But what is her role in the relationship? She's not the nurturing wife, taking care of the family and the household. She doesn't want that role. So why should men take on this full traditional role when we don't have fully traditional women? These women are modern women who want a life of leisure. That means she wants to come and go as she pleases. She wants to do whatever it is she wants to do, and she wants you to sit there and pay for it and be just happy with the outcome. If y'all gonna say y'all are not your grandmothers, then these are not your pawpaw. These men are not your pawpaws. This is a different type of men too. If y'all are different types of women, then these men are moving differently as well, according to what y'all are doing. So I just think it's not a surprise that these men aren't showing up, because they've been very vocal in their response to how women have spoken about them, what women have said they wanted, what they didn't want it. So now this is the response from the men. You don't want them, so why would they show up to these mixers? It wouldn't make any sense. Let's continue.
I've now seen 2 videos today. One naturally, and someone tagged me in the other one, of 2 Dallas TikTokers or influencers who went to a singles event last night, right? And both of them had the same thing. First of all, Dallas women are gorgeous. They always have been. Shout out to them. They were talking about how it was all Dallas women in there and no men. Like, they literally said the exact same thing. Both of them said it was like 10 men in there, including the one guy who made the thing, right? Because one of the influencers was a guy, the other one was a girl. And I'm just going to tell you why the men aren't going. The men are exhausted. They are exhausted from the rejection. They're exhausted from the criticism. Like, think about, I made a video for y'all earlier this week about some girl who made a video talking about calling some of the women in Dallas male-centered because they are going to like the run clubs and stuff, trying to find a man. But those will be some of the same women who would come to a singles mixers. They don't want to be male-centered. They think men aren't worth anything, but they would be at those events. And the dudes are kind of tired of it. I'm not saying there's no hope, but I'm just saying the dudes are tired of the singles mixers because it's always the same rinse and repeat. It's always the same. Y'all go to these events, come on TikTok, give an appalling criticism of the men weren't attractive, they weren't high value, like the girls were top tier, but the men were like, who's signing up for that? So I'm sorry that the singles mixer didn't go well, but think about what y'all have done to make it not go well.
The reason why men aren't going to singles mixers, especially in Dallas, it's not a prize to win a bill. It's not a prize to win a bill. I want y'all to know, the second you go to these singles events and you're in there and there's a mutual meetup, after that mutual meetup, there's nothing, it goes back to regular. It still goes back to you pay for it and you hope that she reciprocates. It still goes back to she's dating and she went to an event to find men to date. And then when she leaves here, she probably has other pursuers or some type of, like, if I found her attractive, then most likely somebody else found her attractive. I'm not the only genius in the city. So if I went up to her and I said, oh, you're pretty, I want to take you out, how many other times this week am I going to have to worry about that? Because not only is she just an attractive woman, she's an attractive woman that's getting out looking to be in mixers and stuff like that. Like, what? Like, well, I like you and I want to build with you, but you've made it to the point where you've got so many options, or you've got so many opportunities to go on dates. I'd be like, I don't want to date no girl. I don't want to date no woman that's on 4 dates a week while I only get one of them with her.
Right. And I think this is something that women don't pay attention to. Women believe that they have a lot of options because they have options to date whoever they want to date. And what happens is they keep doing that and then they run out of options. Then you find yourself constantly just dating. It just becomes this cycle of just dating because you're looking for the best perfect option that you can find till you run out of options. You don't find anything. You don't get anything because a lot of these women aren't willing, because they're so stuck on I will not settle, you just think that everything is settling because you're not willing to just pick somebody that's interested in you and pursue them and let all the others go and focus on that person to build something. They're scared to do it because I think for some women, if they can't find their perfect ideal guy, they would rather just date a bunch of men and just string them all along so they can have resources from all of these men. And none of them are really quite what you're looking for, so you don't really want to settle, so you just keep your options open. And then not realizing that is eventually going to run out. You're going to run out of options. And it's on to the next youngest bidder. Younger, more attractive woman, then she's going to start getting that attention. And so this is how a lot of women waste a lot of time and they end up by themselves and then they complaining and they're bitter. Let's continue.
And these singles mixers are either women that can't get a date in the first place. Like, just can't. Like, don't have the je ne sais quoi. Don't have the, y'all say all Dallas women are pretty. All Dallas women are very well put together. I'm from Atlanta, baby. We play different. Dallas women are very well put together. Very well put together. Way better than Atlanta women. But if we're talking about just like physical attraction, don't even play with it. Dallas women are put together very well. But this idea that there's just 10s walking around Dallas, I know it's not. And I'm not comparing it to myself, I'm comparing it just to general knowledge. But I will say, men are not going to these singles events because nobody's in a rush to pick up a bill. I walk you out of there, we have a great night. Next thing you know, the very next day, I got a good morning test, I got to do all. I'm much rather, I'm a man. I'm a hunter-gatherer. I'm rather catching the wild.
Seek singles mixer, it was a fail. Y'all do not have to go. I went, so y'all didn't have to go. It was all females in there. When I say it was all females in there, I posted my video around like 8:30, and it was not a lot of people in there. Around 9 o'clock, it got packed. It got packed, full of women. It was like 10 men in there. 10. And like half of them was with their girlfriends. I was like, did they not see the memo? What's going on? Oh my God. And it was a $20 hookah. The hookah was $20 and then it was $10 for gratuity. Like, why they just didn't put $30 on the flyer? I was super blue about that. And then it was just like the girls told me. But I was optimistic because Seek normally has men in there. I ran into Brandon from Dallas. He ended up coming and he was like, I tried to tell the guys. And the girls were looking good. Don't get me wrong. Y'all came in there stepping. Y'all came in there with that ish on. And I absolutely love that for y'all because y'all really looked good. But like, ooh, I don't know. Y'all don't have to go. I'm not going back. I'll be back on a random day. Go on a Sunday. When the game is on, the guys be in there. But at that singles mixer, 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
Well, and that's just what it is. Every time I see videos like this, it's the same old story. It's the same story. These men are not showing up. These men are not interested. Women have set the tone for how men are moving. And now they're acting oblivious as if they don't know why this is happening, because you didn't think that this would happen. These men are not interested in these independent boss chicks. That's just what it is, y'all. In a nutshell, they're not interested in these women who want you to come in and pay all their expensive bills and give them this life. These men don't want to do all that because that is not necessary for a healthy, stable relationship. So this is why these men aren't showing up, and they probably won't ever show up. So women are going to have to do a little bit more inner work, a little bit more something to figure out what they need to do to change the way men are moving, because y'all are the ones who created it. So you're going to have to be the ones to change it if you really want something stable from a man. Now, if you don't, well, keep doing what you're doing, because this is definitely a way to just drive them further and further away. And if you don't care, you don't need them, you don't want them, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So listen, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.